This time on Secrets of Solana.
Damn it, who told them about that?
The trees. We should have never trusted the trees.
The
Trees had eyes, man.
Like, if we do hand this over to them, do we get anything in return for it?
I'm looking for something special, something real nice. Something that maybe would, if you slip around, someone might look the other way.
How to put this? I am a very simple man, and I know we're talking about prices and all this. So, you could just give me a memento of you.
Tell me how to bring down the wall of Labia.
You ask me to do this, even though you haven't given me anything in return?
Yeah, I'm casting Thunder Wave at this hell beast looking at me.
No, Norman, we're pervert.
Yes, you are, because I'm naked.
So with the cauldron bubbling, creating most of the light in their chamber of their home up inside the tree, the trio, the Arch Coven, one is standing there stirring the contents of the cauldron. Another one is sitting at a table while looking at the object on the table covered in a silk cloth. And then there's the tallest one of the trio. The high elf is like 10 foot tall. As she sees the party arrive, before Yavis can knock on the belfry style door, the high elf opens the door and says, "Come on in, we've been expecting you." Although we were expecting Shay instead of Yavis. Yeah, seeing Gnome, the high elf sort of crouches down and smirks at him. He says, "I haven't been stared this much at in a long time."
I mean, just look at you. You've got a mirror somewhere, right?
Oh yes, we have plenty of mirrors. And then, let's see, the redhead with the horns, she's supposed to be like a tiefling. And she says, "Mania, stop toying with the gnome. No, the fairy, sorry. We have much to discuss regarding the book in their possession."
Damn it, who told them about that?
The trees. We should have never trusted the trees.
Trees had eyes, man.
So, I'm assuming you want your friend to be brought back to normal. You would like to keep the book from falling into the hands of the vigil. Is there any other particular demands that you wish to make known regarding that book that you possess?
Yes, I would like
sorry to say this. What is your name?
Well, the high elf goes ahead and speaks first to say that she is Soramania.
Soramania? I am sorry to say this, but I don't really know who you are. I mean, we have an idea of that you're this druidic or hag high council or something like that, but we don't actually know of your intentions with an alleged book.
Okay.
So I would really prefer you to enlighten us as to why you have brought us here and why you would like this book before you start even talking about how you're going to pay us for something that we're not sure we're going to give you.
That's a fair statement, Mania says, as the tiefling introduces herself. Now, to be clear, our tall sister here is Mania, Soramania. I am Katra, sorry. And our goth sister over there, the more gothic-looking one, is Terraza. We basically are, what we are as an Arch Coven, we protect all of Pradia. Every coven that governs in Pradia answers to us. From there, Terraza goes to speak up, standing up from the table.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, you said every coven respects you?
Oh yeah, they answer to us specifically. That said, we don't protect necromancers here.
Okay. Do you?
That's what Terraza says as she stands up from the table. Katra continues with the conversation, saying, "Now, this book is a great deal of trouble. You have no idea what you truly possess there. We know that the vampires would want it. Well, one of the vampires. We know that the Vigil want it.
I know that
And
I want.
as much as we would like to take that off your hands for you and handle it ourselves and make sure that it doesn't go elsewhere, we also are not fond of great evil books of great necromancy.
I was just curious. Do you by chance know of the contract that I wrote with the Hague Coven?
From there, Mania steps over to Quincy and pats him on the shoulder and says, "Who do you think gave them the okay on that one?
You would have the authority to break such a thing?
To end it if need be."
So you are filled with great power and authority over life itself?
There are rules that we all hold dear to. For instance, necromancy being something we don't tolerate here. In fact, you did us a great favor when you took care of that necromancer. The grandmother of this child here, right? Mania says, gesturing towards Mallory, who looks a little nervous that they know that already.
That would be almost concealing Mallory with my body now, being like, hold on, don't look at her. Don't look at her. That's because Quincy's still not sure if she's an undead or not. So it's like they're talking about they don't like undeath, and it's like, well, this little girl who's with us, I don't know if she's 100% alive yet. So you say that you don't like the evil necromancies. Do you believe that there are good types of necromancy?
No, necromancy is something that's not. It goes against the rules and balance of nature, the laws of nature. What is dead is supposed to stay dead. Honestly,
Well, what do you feel about senseless violence?
well, obviously we dislike the Vigil, and Taraza kind of like raises a finger. Actually, I'm a great admirer of what you've been doing. Working with individual to, it seems from our perspective that you are working against them while working among them. Correct?
Yes, a group of pelt collectors that I was a captain of. We were able to get many harmful relics out of the hands of both the werewolves and the Vigil Inquisition equally, being able to destroy things that would have caused great mayhem on either sides without hurting anybody in particular, which is something that I think the rest of the group kind of has an understanding from our last encounter with the other two Vigil that we killed whenever he showed them their badge and was like, look, I haven't killed anybody. And then him continuing to say, and there were other Vigil, a bit more zealous and active in their beliefs of superiority over those with magic, that myself and a few other Vigil were able to take care of a bit more violently to get their influence out of this world. If you do in fact believe in balance in the world, I hope you understand the great imbalance the presence of the Vigil causes in this world.
We do. Of course. In fact, we detest much of their presence when they have larger groups in our lands. However,
how long have you been
we're
alive?
not looking to... I'm sorry?
How long have you been alive?
Oh, you're not supposed to ask a lady her age.
Okay, well, in that
Atra
case...
speaks up.
Well, you're so true. In that case, do you remember when there were still goblins on this world?
So, not too far long ago that we had those, yes.
Did you have any friends who were goblins?
There were some in our numbers of the Covens, but they actually died of natural causes before the Vigil were formed.
And then, of course, the Vigil wiping out the goblins.
What had happened there was beyond our borders.
No, it's perfectly understandable. The Vigil has a very big influence on the world. I'm not saying that you are at fault for anything. I'm just saying that I hope that there is a understanding of the damage that was caused by the Vigil.
Most definitely.
Wait, did they say that they're affiliated with the Vigil?
No, They said that the Vigil does enter their lands. They detest when they enter in larger groups. But what they haven't said, but Quincy and Zergo would understand already, is that Pradia has a mutual agreement with all the other nations long before the Vigil was ever formed or even conceived or thought of. If anybody ever tries to invade or conquer any part of Pradian land, the other nations intervene.
Like if Pradia falls, then either everybody will attack or everybody else will lose their access to resources through Pradia.
Right. And Pradia is a very central located nation while providing much of the agriculture to the other nations, which you wouldn't think a nation could do and keep those resources from like rotting mid trade route. But they've been so successful at it. They've been so prosperous just as farmers and covens that, like I said, they've earned the respect and protection from all the other nations. Though the Vigil have been shown to try to, how do I say, like interfere with Pradia.
Right. Sorry, I know I'm asking you a lot of questions, but you have to understand that this is a very incredibly valuable artifact that my friend here possesses.
We would still like to take it off your hands, not to use it for evil, but we do understand how that sometimes just happens anyway, and that is why we would rather see it be taken care of for good, like permanently secured, locked away, and never to see the light of day again. And then that's when Taraza steps over to the table and reveals that she too has a crystal ball, like the gnomes back at the Four Trades. And she says, that is why we've decided, if you will not give the book to us, we will at least try to help you find the path of least resistance towards a solution.
Well, Min, is there some sort of payment that you would seek in return for us handing over this book?
From there, Mania stands upright. She kind of like pops her upper back and her neck, and she says, well, you took care of that necromancer without us having to assist you. We do sort of owe you one. However, this level of divinity does require some expensive or most valuable offerings. And then Katra, the tiefling, she steps over to the cauldron, well, between the cauldron and Quincy, and she like taps the dragon bone that he has. Just does a slow tap, tap, tap.
Did you by chance know this dragon?
Perhaps not by name, but we did know of dragons.
Yes, we found this one's remains outside the Billsfield in an old orphanage that used to be there.
In the orphanage, you say?
Yes.
The blazes, what are it doing there?
A very rich woman came to possess it.
Well, Dragonbone would be perfect to ensure that we find where you need to head towards.
So you're asking us to pay you?
Oh, no. Simply, if each of you could put in something of equal or greater value into this cauldron, we can use the cauldron and its offerings and contents to amplify the divinity spell used with that crystal ball.
So we've shifted from giving the book to them helping us find somewhere else
fast,
to take it?
yes. Mm-hmm.
Or they can destroy it now.
Right.
That's why I was asking the group if they have any sort of payment in mind that maybe the Coven here might be able to offer them in exchange for the book. See what the group thinks.
Those who did collect dragon bones, there's those. For Norman, additionally, there is his force ballista.
Oh, hell no. I mean, yeah, because I would have to rebuild it. I would have to build another one.
Right. And then
it's already enhanced with blast runes. So,
There is the crayons, but you were said to trusted to protect the crayons.
Yeah, for an unknown amount of time.
So we're just no longer on the conversational path of giving it to the Coven at all?
Yeah.
Here we go. Actually, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna give him a dragon tooth.
I feel like I'm going insane.
Well,
I know
I
it's
was
fair.
looking
I know
through
it's
my
fair.
I was looking through my inventory to see if I had anything that was dragon related, and I do have a dragon tooth from that I took from the orphanage.
Patra will accept the dragon tooth and toss it, well, drop it into the cauldron with a nice fizzle sound.
Are we destroying the book here?
Does Zergo ask that out loud?
I'm asking the group.
Yeah, because this is a big decision.
Oh well, okay. So I thought they were going to give us the direction of where they can put it or where we would destroy it.
Right.
They were saying they could
Right.
destroy it now for us, or if not, then they can show us where else we could take it that would be the least bad. Something like that.
Right. So we have a choice here.
Well, they never said destroy it so much as
what is
contain
this
it.
Yeah.
ritual? Okay.
Yeah,
So-
they're gonna with top men. But yeah,
The alternative would be,
is basically
does
we
the
give
book
them the
stay or does it go?
right.
Do we get anything in return for it staying? Like, if we do hand this over to them, do we get anything in return for it?
You don't know unless you ask them.
Alright, so if we do in fact hand this book over to the Coven here, is there anything in return that we might be able to get from you?
We had discussed that prior as we awaited your arrival, and we could see about granting any sort of demand, I suppose. What would you want?
Well, Min, if there's anything that you would like from the Higgs that you think that they would be able to offer you, feel free to go ahead and ask.
I don't even know what they have to offer.
Hags is a strong word, Mania says.
Yes, and I'm
It's
using it
kinda
on
like-
purpose
Okay.
Oh.
in his nicest tone.
I would approach. I'd be like, "Hey, tall toots, I'm looking for something special, something real nice. Something that maybe would, if you slip around, someone might look the other way. You look at you picking up what I'm putting down. You hear what I'm saying?
We've got to sever the attachment of the book on this one. Mania says, looking down at Norman.
Listen. Let's not be too hasty. All right. Listen, I ain't signed up for nothing yet. Listen, you took my bone. I don't give a damn about whatever these boys did. All right, I'm the one who paid. I need something.
Well, what would you want? She asks with a shrug.
That's what I'm saying. Let's work together here. If you maybe you got something lying around that I'm not saying you do or you don't, but you might, but you maybe aren't, but you might not, but something that may and or may not let someone go unseen.
Mania snaps her fingers and okay. Norman, do you have a coin on you?
Yeah, sure. What you need? Plaque, gold.
Heads or tails, just flip a coin and tell me what it lands on. So as she snaps her fingers, leaves fall from the ceiling above down all around Norman. And then the leaves sort of like whoosh together, and he now has a cloak of elven kind.
Ooh. I don't know what that does, but I'm gonna find it. All right. Used to is all right. Used three, you good. You're good. All right, yeah. And I'm just gonna kind of like walk back away, putting on my cloak, looking at it, kind of feeling
So
myself a little bit.
What's everybody's thoughts so far? Let the Arch Coven come into possession of this book, or see where they are able to divinate where for you to go.
Because from the pros and cons perspective, it's way easier to just hand the book over and get a reward for it. Plus, they'll help Norman So, I mean, I'd say give him the book for a reward, but
That does seem. Is that what Quincy was considering?
Yes.
Okay. And Zergo or no?
I'm just here, dog.
So with that, as the party reaches their decision, Mania also does say, as you can see, we've given him an item. We can see about compensating you for your efforts so far. Each of you. Just let us know what you would like.
Knob's gonna think for a moment, scratches his chin. Knob's gonna turn towards Oraminia and how to put this? I am a very simple man. So, and I know we're talking about prices and all this. So, you could just give me a memento of you. No magic required.
Mania kind of looks at her sisters, then back at Knob, and is like, from who?
What do you mean from who? Who do you think I'm still ogling at?
Roll persuasion.
Oh my.
Does a 10 succeed?
Milady.
She smiles down at Knob and giggles a little bit. Kneels down in front of him. She takes out a dagger, and you see her cut just a small lock from like the back of her hair, the neck wisps, basically, of that part of her hair. She starts like braiding it, the severed hair, and making sure that it's fastened together. She reaches for Knob's hat
Oh.
and begins taking the lock of hair and braiding it around the band of the hat. And Knob does notice pretty quickly, as soon as she lets go, it goes from that golden blonde to a bright silver color. The lock does.
Thank you.
I will cherish this always.
I just asked for a lock of her hair. She gave me 3.
She stands upright and turns towards Zergo. I feel there is much you are in need of, but what in particular would you like for us to help you with?
Think that there's anything that I need that you'd be willing to help me with.
Try me. We may not have the ability to grant literal wishes the way that gens do, but our influence, it has quite a reach across the lands of Solana.
Tell me how to bring down the wall of Olavia.
Ooh, that is a very good question.
Or summon an earthquake and bring it down yourself.
Well, again, it is not in our Pravian provinces, but we can help you find exactly what to do to destroy the wall of Olavia.
Okay.
And again, it may take a little bit of offering from you to do so as to power the accuracy of Sora Terraza's divinity with her crystal ball.
I'll
But
hand over the other dragon bones that he collected for himself earlier.
they'll take them and put them into the cauldron. They fizzle quickly as Patra stirs the cauldron. So the wall of Walavia. It will
Yes.
take all of you, I guarantee that much, Mania insists. Perhaps those from your tribe as well, Zergo.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the group has reached its decision that we are to take care of the book from here, correct?
Seems so.
Yes.
Okay. And with that, Terraza takes that silk sheet, that cloth that was over her crystal ball, and she hands it over to Mania, who walks over to Katra, and she begins unfolding the cloth and holding it out. She turns towards Quincy and says, "Please, place the book on this cloth, and be careful not to touch it directly, even though the insane one over there is under its attunement."
You ask me to do this, even though you haven't given me anything in return?
What would you like?
You have a very powerful access to magic. Yes.
Within the confines of the laws and balance of nature.
There's only ever been one thing that I have wanted, really. I've considered multiple different paths of how to accomplish it. Ever since I realized that it was something that I wanted, more than anything in the whole world. I was wondering that if we give this book to you, if you would be ever so kind as to put your finger on these scales for just a moment and bring back someone from my tribe.
You ask a heavy price, Minya admits.
Yes, but I do have with me the value of the spell. I just don't have the ability to cast it myself.
What spell do you speak of exactly? Name it.
There is a spell called Resurrection. It can bring back anybody from not too terribly long ago, but hopefully their soul is still willing enough for you to conjure it back up. I don't have their entire body, but I do have a piece of it. And I have the 1000 gold diamond in my possession as well. Just wondering if there is anything that you could do to help me.
It is a necromancy spell, is it not?
Yes, it is.
To defy the laws of what has been laid before us in this position, the terms that we have come to, I'm afraid that necromancy is something that, although we could possibly perform it, it is a very strict law that even we are not allowed. However, there are those with the power to enter realms that we are not allowed to enter. Those with ties to the Kalem Islands, who can help you there, perhaps, to give you more time in this mortal realm with those you love, those you miss, those you yearn to see again.
Those nearby to Quincy feel a very real heat building around Quincy. Anyone who would see a very large and toothy smile creak between his mask and beard. Large wet tears roll down that beard's low chuckle building up under.
There is something else I would like to discuss with you. Katra kind of joins by Manya's side as she says, "You are not as you appear, correct?"
Are any of us truly?
What I'm saying is you carry a rare bloodline, do you not?
Made rare by the vigil?
Precisely. We would like to see that line furthered. Not in the way that you would think, no. But we can use magic to make sure that more of the Furbog return to the woodlands of all of Solana.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
It is on the. It is okay. It's okay, Gnobert.
I'm down, Knob. You made us think you were a human or something before you grew wings.
We all have
Well,
our
I kept
secrets. It's perfectly okay.
Right.
There are
but
quite
still.
some secrets in this party, is there not? A fairy disguised as a gnome, a Furbog wearing the masks of the Vigil,
Zergo looks at them really hard.
and another soul who seems to be, how do I put it, seeking
who's
better
somehow-
control. So, with your help, Quincy, we would see to it that the Furbog return to Solana, not through necromancy, but through powers of nature. We would give you specifically the name you seek, who could probably most likely venture, to see those that you have lost, and see whether or not they wish to return, to have a second chance at life in this mortal realm.
Well, in that case, see no reason for this visual disguise shielding me, and I would wish for you to remove the contract on my body so that I may feel my feelings to 100% and pursue whatever goals that you may have for me. And as a reward, be able to have a chance, my family, once again. Feelings?
Agnes reacts to hearing this, realizing that Quincy doesn't feel all his feelings. Mallory's like, this isn't going to be good, is it? She asks Quincy.
Yes, as a child, they gave me the name Quintessential Emotion. It was because of how angry I was. The rage that built up inside of me was meant to be a great power, but I saw it as an inhibitor. But everyone around me was so kind and full of joy. full of happiness. But to me, this constant rage, anger, billowing out in such momentous occasion. The head is sealed away by a hig, probably a few, about 100 or so miles away from here. And before I knew how to handle my new emotions and my new body and the new powers that came with it, the vigil came through and burned everything to the ground. My emotions were still locked away though. I couldn't feel the anger and hate boiled inside of me in any way whatsoever. I eventually found some semblance of that rage barbarian, but now I would much more appreciate being able to use that powerful rage the way that it was meant.
Before doing so, Mania says as she kneels in front of Quincy, Mallory, and Agnes, looking at the girls. This one possesses great arcane power. Great untapped arcane abilities. She would make a fine apprentice. Mallory stammers a little bit, looking at Agnes and then back up to Mania, and then, me, an apprentice? Well, Pradia can always use more covens. Their reach is quite a stretch in between for some. And who knows? We won't live forever. Although we do appreciate our longevity, there will come a time that the Archcoven finds newer sisters. But more on that later. If you don't mind, I wish that the apprentice Yavis here take Agnes and Mallory and go on back to the Druid's hut. Quincy? Oh, okay. Just making sure you heard that part.
So here, they are being... Our poor children are being taken away by the Coven. So we're back on Quincy having the hag binding removed.
Yeah, okay. So Yavis tells everybody best of luck, and then gently leads Agnes and Mallory back to her, to Shay's hut. Meanwhile, Mania looks, studies Quincy, and she takes out a bowl and says, "Now, if you'll go ahead and remove your mask."
Yes, of course. Pull down the hood, revealing the continuation of the gingered hair across his head and two long sagging ears, then removing the mask to, of course, reveal broader featured face of a furbolg. However, from the right brow back across over the ear and almost to the back, there's this large, scorched scar that wraps around basically that side of his skull. He would continue to hold that mask in his hand, and anybody perceptive and to see would notice that his knuckles are white from gripping the mask with such intensity.
Kneeling in front of Quincy, she begins painting using the dark green liquid from the bowl, getting some onto her fingers, and then putting marks over Quincy's face and marking some on the mask. She puts the marks on the inside of the mask and basically has them just identical to Quincy's face. So, when you put this mask on, you will find that you are whole again. As whole as one individual can be. Anyway, as for your family, we'll get to that.
Yes. Today I forgo history with the vigil. I shall bear arms of the Coven of Pradia. Slowly brings the back to.
And with that, there's how do I put it? There's a bright orange light between the mask and his face, and then the mask vanishes from his hands, and Quincy suddenly feels everything again. He feels it just the same as the day that he made his deal with the other coven.
Just the cackle building up and the rage flooding back to him as he's beginning to remember what it's like to be angry again. The heat billowing from his body and filling the room just the way it used to as a child, and people would complain that it made them too hot to be around him, that people would say that he was too volatile, too reactive. If it's still the kind of the character that we talked before, then I think it would be adequate for Quincy to target himself with a fireball spell and literally explode. I don't have any of the statistics up for the fireball spell, but it is basically just for narrative.
Okay.
86. It's a dex save.
Meanwhile, Taraza taps Zergo on the shoulder and leads him towards the crystal ball.
I go.
Okay. And she's like, please, place your hands on the table.
He does so.
And she begins looking into the crystal ball, moving her hands around it. The ball seems to glow, and that green glow that you were seeing outside of their home, it seems to fill the crystal ball in a smoky, yet almost liquidy miasma within. Now, as that's going on, Patra steps over towards Norman and gestures for him to step over towards the cauldron. This way, please.
What are you doing here? What is this?
I'm going to need you to take your clothes off.
That's a good one.
I wasn't joking. She says in just a deadpan, serious voice.
She's good. She didn't take my clothes off. That's something. You're good. You're good. You're really good. I'll give you that one.
She looks over at Tanab and she goes, "A little help, please."
No.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna book it away. I'm gonna run as fast as I can in the other direction.
Is Nob going to try to restrain Norman?
I mean, he's gonna try it. I don't think he's gonna succeed, but he's gonna try.
Make a strength attack roll.
14.
Ooh. What's your AC, Norm? 17? Okay. You just barely miss out of that. From there, Norman, make a Constitution save.
Where's my con save? Oh, there it is, +5. Alright, come on. That's an 18.
Holy shit.
Gotta go!
The leaves, okay, so the door of their home shuts and locks itself. Leaves and branches reach down trying to grab hold of Norman, and he is dodging everything.
I always knew he was like a greased up weasel.
And so with that, I'm going to throw on the hood of the Cloak of Elvenkind, and with the boots that make me silent, I'm just going to bolt out.
The door is locked.
Ah, shit. Well, no, I don't know what direction to run to. I don't know. Any window?
There is one opening, but you would end up taking some fall damage.
All right, we're doing it. Let's go.
You jumping out?
We're jumping out.
Okay, let me calculate this thing, because I never actually did write down the measurements of the tree.
Here's for your time, Toots! And I'm just gonna flicker a coin.
I mean, solid landing. However,
it's still
you do take 5 damage overall.
33 right now.
But then all of a sudden, the vines wrap around Norman.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. This is ridiculous.
Make another Constitution save.
God damn it. Alright. 23, baby!
Oh my god.
So Norman is just puffing ass into the mist, into the woods and the fog.
Mad as a hatter, because he's still under the spell of the book.
Mad as a hatter.
And then while everyone's watching Norman jump out the window, the Force Ballista just kind of crawls behind him and follows.
Mania finishes the ritual with a wave of her hand. Doesn't Quincy have a shield?
Yes.
Okay. It now has Pradia's symbol on it. And his house symbol suddenly put as bordering around it. Mania kind of looks to see just in time to see Norman jump out the window like a maniac. And she goes, "Huh. Oh, he is actually escaping. Could you handle that?"
Are you asking?
Yes, please.
Well, I feel like if you the flames still wreathing, Quincy, you want me You want me to do that? engulfed in fire.
Mania is going to look at Nob and Quincy and can you retrieve your friend before he loses his mind in the forest? So, meanwhile, Taraza is working her magic, her divination, and she rolled really well. However, looking into her crystal ball, she she has a surprised look on her face. So as sturdy as the wall of Walavia is, Zergo, it seems you may have pretty much everything you need within yourself to go ahead and take your friends together to take on the wall and bring it down. That said, you are going to need to face the moon trials.
I think I'm ready.
So, Taraza nods. Without the trials, it's a little hairy as to whether or not the outcome you're looking for with that wall will pervade. I believe you are ready for the moon trials again.
I'm gonna look around the room and see if anybody is listening to us.
So far, it's just you see Katra working on the book, keeping it closed while folding it in the silk. Mania is moving to help her and concentrate.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else is in the room.
Okay, good. Yeah, okay. What do I have to do to bring it down? I think I know what she's trying to say that I need to do. So I'm just going to assume that
She will say, just to clarify a little bit, she goes, let's just say you'll need to get bigger.
yeah, that's what I assumed.
Would you care to help your friends catch that madman so that he isn't forever attuned to a book he can never possess?
So I don't want to say exactly what happens, but I do want to say that my speed is about to be 40 feet, and I'm going to track Gnorman by smell, because I know I can't hear him.
Okay.
Look.
With that and the passive perception of Quincy and Nob, in the mist, something big and very fast moves past you guys. Much faster than a Leshen can seem to travel. Whatever it is, it moves surprisingly quiet.
Do I catch up to Gnorman?
Make an athletics roll.
Alright. Oh shit! Nat 20!
Uh-oh.
Plus 8. 28.
Okay. Are you going to use hearing, sight, or smell for this?
Sight and smell. Because I know he's
Okay.
run silently now.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely got the nat 20 for catching up, and then some. So go ahead and roll with advantage on perception.
Okay.
18.
Ooh.
I would say, no, at this moment, like, you pretty sure you're in the clear. You're far away from everybody else. No one's even close. You hear Nob's fairy wings close by, but in the distance and going in the opposite direction. You can see the flames of Quincy as he is just trotting and I'm assuming humming.
Yes.
You're kind of like in a hill area, like you're hidden behind a hill with a tree on top of it. What are you doing, Norman?
Oh, I'm gonna hide.
Go ahead and roll stealth with advantage.
So that's a 17-23.
Something large in the mist in front of you as you hide and cover yourself in your cloak to blend in with everything. Just 10 feet in front of you is a large creature hidden in the mist. You can't tell what it is, but it is hulking very fast, quiet the way it steps. It's looking around, it's sniffing, but surprisingly it doesn't seem to notice you. What's better for you, investigation or survival?
Survival.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I
Let
do
me
get
get.
advantage, so this would be a straight roll because of disadvantage because the cloak.
Yes, thank you.
Natural 20 for a 24.
So, does anybody know that DC Comics panel of where Batman enters a kitchen And he goes, "You're over there." And it's Plastic Man disguised as a trash can suddenly forms legs, screaming for his life.
Yeah.
That's what I'm imagining with Norman wrapped in his cloak as he just hears. But that's me dictating. Take it from here, Zergo. You know where he is.
Any words, the thing, it's quadrupedal, and it walks towards him, and he sees the head of a massive black and white wolf just get right in his face, nose to nose.
What color are the eyes?
Yellow, like a yellowish orange. They're glowing just a little bit with, like, a knowing stare.
Yeah.
If Norman does absolutely nothing, I'm picking him up with my teeth by the scruff of his.
Yeah, I'm casting Thunderwave at this hell beast looking at me. Without a doubt, I'm casting Thunderwave.
Okay. Is that what is that? Dex save or con save?
It is a it's a con save.
Go ahead and roll, Wolfie.
Okay, I got a 16.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he will take half damage, but
The massive
anyways,
wolf tanks the massive thunder explosion and just keeps looking at you. You expected it to blow him away, and he's still there.
Nob and Zergo with passive perception hear the thunder wave and know like directly what direction that came from.
I will then cast Thunderwave. I don't want to be anywhere near this thing.
How many spell slots you got?
I got 2 left. I'm about to spell dump on this thing and try to get away.
I'm gonna.
Well, you never did roll damage for that first thunder wave.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is.
I want to grab him.
2d8.
Do I get a turn before he casts another thunder wave?
I have
Yes.
no idea.
I'll let you go ahead and you get your turn before the second thunder wave.
So that's 4 damage.
Like the wolf barely gets a nosebleed.
I'm gonna try to pick him up by his cloak that he got to carry him back.
All right. So one Lucasfilm style screen wipe later. The 4 of you return. You guys return into the lair, the home of the Arch Coven, and I'm assuming Zergo. I mean, they now see Zergo enter in his quadruped dire wolf form. Yes, like he's not hiding it from the other 2.
No, I'm not gonna give Norman even a chance to slip out while I transform back. They already knew what I was.
Patra and Mania move to help Zergo with Norman. And Norman, I will let you do try to escape using a strength or dexterity save, but it's going to be with disadvantage.
It's not. Neither one of those are going to work, but we'll see. Yeah, that's a 5 and a... Yeah, nah, I ain't getting out. Okay.
So, you're definitely restrained as they go to work on you. Terraza is the one pulling off Norman's cloak, his boots, his tunic, his hat. Zergo, are you still are you using your teeth to hold on to a naked gnome?
I don't see how I could without hurting him really bad.
Would you rather switch to your paws at this point?
Yeah.
Okay. So they've got Norman pinned, and they begin painting markings onto his skin from head to toe. Katra begins an incantation in what sounds like Sylvan. Mania stands up, goes over to the cauldron, and she stirs it some more, adding dried plants, flower buds, and couple of little pieces of what look like some sort of meat, dried meat. And she takes a ladle, scoops it up, and she goes, so here's the hard part. Nob, Quincy, can you hold his mouth open? He's going to need to swallow this.
Yes, I suppose so. I could definitely.
Don't know unless you try.
My body's...
Both of you roll athletics.
Got a nat 20.
Nice.
Wow.
So
And he got a
mouth
nat.
open.
Wow.
You a freak.
Mania quickly pours in the glowing green contents of the ladle, and then helps seal Norman's mouth shut, holding him there, and his nose closed. So, Norman, what are you doing?
It's not really much of a choice. You have to drink it.
I'm sorry, I don't like forcing you like that, but anyways,
You gotta be
he
scared,
finally does. He can't help but gulp. They let go of his nose so he can breathe, and then all the markings on him, the runes that they drew in and symbols onto his skin, start to glow. They start to glow like an electric violet color. And now I need Norman to make a wisdom save.
So that's an 8.
You lose 2 points in your wisdom score.
Oh, man.
It becomes a 10 as you feel like you don't take psychic damage, but you definitely feel your mind crack a little bit, it seems.
Right.
It hurts, there's a great pain. You hear Winifred Willow's voice shouting at you, saying, "Don't let this happen, you have to do something about this." And then you hear another, deep, just unholy voice growling, saying, "I can help you escape this.
Yeah.
I can help you escape this. But you have to grab that book as soon as you can.
All right.
Will you let me take control for a moment?"
Well, considering I just went stupid all of a sudden. Yeah, I just lost 2 points to wisdom, so, you know what? I'm gonna leave it to the dice. Let's do, heads yes, tails no.
Well, if you're doing dice, odd, yes, even, no.
Oh, odd is yes.
Mm-hmm.
Rolled a 17.
Oh!
Oh, God.
So everybody around Norman,
What
go and
do?
let's have you guys make a charisma save.
What was the ritual supposed to do that they just did on him?
They're supposed to be cleansing him of his possession and attunement from the book.
And we just did that, so why is he still hearing voices?
It's not done. It was almost done. Everybody make a charisma save.
It's a 5, my guy.
Charisma save 18.
So the giant direwolf holds firm, unyielding, unmoving. Nob feels like absolute fear. He feels how would I put it? I guess you could say when that full of a took touched the Palantiri. Not the whole trauma possession part, but the whole the absolute fear that he felt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel the wave of fear magic come off of Norman, even though I'm not affected by it.
Yes. Also, Quincy, what was your roll?
15.
Okay. Surprisingly, you're still there. You're good. You definitely felt it, and it was you felt it, and it was close, is what I was trying to say. But your newfound feelings help you persevere. I didn't think to give this detail, but the book is currently floating above the cauldron, and it is encased in a solid golden prism.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of magical construct has it sealed away. It doesn't it seems to try to move within the prism towards Norman, but then suddenly Norman stops, the book stops, the voices stop, and Norman is cured at last. He's back to his chaotic neutral, chaotic good self.
What the hell happened? Why are you touching me? Put me down. Let me go. Why am I naked?
I'm gonna step off of his chest.
And then,
great to see you again.
Get away from me. Give me my
Casper
clothes.
quickly picks up the clothes and tosses them at Norman as fast. Please get dressed.
snatch my clothes out of the air all in a huff. Dirty perverts trying to strip me down. What the hell is wrong with you people? Dragging me around with places I don't know where I am. How the hell did we get in a tree?
No, Norman, we're pervert.
Yes, you are, because I'm naked.
To be
I
honest,
had my
we're
clothes
perverts,
on
but
before,
that ritual was entirely necessary. Taraza says as she raises a hand to
That
clarify.
sounds great. I'm gonna listen to the 12-foot pervert who stripped me down. I'm gonna walk in a huff with my clothes in front of me, covering my bits, and I'm gonna leave the room.
Okay. Norman is able to descend the steps again to go outside.
Just so I can go get changed with some privacy away from you perverts.
So, with that, we now have, the book has finally been sealed away for good. It's in its arcane prism. It is no longer attuned to anybody. You can hear a muffled screaming from inside the construct that's holding the book there, as the book is bumping, trying to escape the walls of the construct, but it's unable to move, unable to do anything except scream and bump. So, Quincy's attacked again. Not attacked. He's intact again. He knows that there's a name that he is waiting to hear about for a person that he can find in Aurorus that can bring his family back to him. Zergo has revealed that he is a werewolf. So Quincy has Aurorus. He knows that island is where he needs to go. He just doesn't have the name yet. Zergo has the Wall of Walavia and the Moon Trial awaiting him. All he needs to do is to ask for his friends to go with him. And since Quincy has sworn allegiance to the Archcoven, they're just going to request that he goes with them first before they give the name. They have the name, but there is a favor that they need him to do with Zergo on their behalf.